Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Saturday the 9th of October 2021 and we're publishing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 8th of October. Gold fell $4 last week, falling from $1,761 to $1,757, having hit a high of $1,781 and a low of $1,746. A fall of 0.25%, showing a slightly higher low and a slightly higher high than the previous week. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £1,291. That's actually down £9. And in euros, it closed at €1,518. That's unchanged on last week. Silver rose 12 cents, rising from $22.55 to $22.67, having hit a high of $23.20 and a low of $22.23, a rise of 0.5%, and like gold, putting in higher highs and higher lows. In sterling terms, silver closed at £16.65, that's actually unchanged on the week, and in euros it closed at €19.59, that's up 0.15 euros. The gold to silver ratio fell slightly from 78 to 1 to 77.5 to 1. Bitcoin, on a tear, rose $6,980 and currently stands at $54,722. It was less than 8 weeks ago we were talking about $30,000 Bitcoin. The Dow Jones closed on Friday at 34,746, down 8 points on the day, but up 420 points on the week. The S&P 500 closed at 4,391, down 8 points on the day, but up 34 points on the week. The Nasdaq Composite closed at 14,579, down 74 points on the day, but up 13 points on the week. So the major bourses in the United States were up, albeit modestly. Looking at oil prices, Brent crude closed up $3.11 at $82.39. And WTI crude closed at $79.35. That's also up $3.47 on the week. The dollar index stands at 94.06, 94 being that crucial level for us, and that's up 0.03 on the week. Now, we concluded last week's video with the following forecast. We expect to see gold trading between 1720 and 1800, with 1680 and 1830 as outliers. We can see silver trading between 2175 and 2325, with 21 to 2375 as outliers. Well, gold traded exactly within our normal range and closed almost exactly dead center. Silver broadly traded within our normal range, but did for a day or so rise close to the upside of that normal trading range, but did not enter into our outlier range, and like gold, closed virtually midway. We can see that gold fluctuated between a high of $17.81 and low of $17.46, just $35, and silver fluctuated between $23.20 and $22.23, a difference of 97 cents, which frankly, in view of the economic data being published this past week, was really uneventful. Now, each morning we've produced daily updates expressing the reasons for the various price movements and news which could affect prices that day and that week. So please tune into these. We try to keep them of no more than 10-minute durations. Now, this week's economic data, this past week's data, has proven broadly positive, with higher factory orders, higher services PMIs, and a positive ADP employment report. All of these being up, but the Nonfarm Payrolls announced on Friday, the most crucial data for the week, was in fact less than half of economists' estimates, coming in at 194,000 jobs against an estimate of up to 500,000. That said, though, the unemployment rate actually fell for September at 4.8%, compared with 5.2% in August and estimates of 5.1%. We saw average hourly earnings also rise to 0.6% compared with 0.4% the previous month. You see, the headline figure saw a 123,000 job decline in government payrolls, while private payrolls increased by 317,000. The announcements of these figures immediately resulted in a spike of around $20 for gold and 60 cents for silver. But then we saw these prices fall back again. Now, in spite of the dollar falling, two-year yields continued to trend upwards. Now, although the jobs report data was weaker than expected, the unemployment rate was better, which caused a little confusion at first in the markets. Part of the reason for this, and then the decline in gold prices from the peak, was the readjustment of the August figures, which originally reported 235,000 new jobs added, but that was then updated this month to 332,000. When you add this to the jobless claims report published on Thursday, which showed a decline of 38,000 job claims, or jobless claims, I should say, overall the economy does appear to be gathering positive momentum. Now, please note that in our last update last week and during the week, we stated to watch the ADP report, the jobless claims, and the non-farm payrolls jointly and compare their findings. Now, an article published by MarketWatch stated, quote, "The tepid September jobs report adds to growing evidence the recovery has slowed, but it probably won't deter the Federal Reserve from announcing plans soon to start to wean the economy off its easy money strategy," unquote. Now, from a technical point of view, gold will face resistance at the 50-day moving average of $1,779 or $1,780, with support at the 10-day moving average of 1753, though we still maintain 1750 is the real support level for gold, though technically not. Medium-term momentum has turned positive, and the MACD points to higher prices. Silver markets broadly have been consolidating, roughly between $22 and $23, and frankly are determinable by the US dollar value and gold prices broadly, or their direction. We have resistance at the 50-day moving average of 2350 and support at the 10-day moving average of 2245. Like gold, short and medium-term momentums are positive, and the MACD histogram points to higher prices. Now, before we give our price forecast for this coming week, let's take a look at the economic data being published in the United States, which could have a bearing on prices. On Monday, there's nothing scheduled because we have Columbus Day holiday. Tuesday, we have the NFIB Small Business Index for September and job openings for August. Wednesday, the Consumer Price Index, Core CPI, both for September, and the FOMC minutes, which we think we broadly know what they contain, simply because of comments made after the last meeting and the Jackson Hole Summit, and various testimonies given to Congress. Thursday, we have the weekly jobless claims and producer price index for September, and then on Friday, quite a lot of important data. Retail sales and retail sales excluding automobiles for September, import price index and business inventories for September, plus the consumer sentiment index and the Empire State Index for October. So Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are important next week, with perhaps Friday being the most important, as retail sales will give an indication to bank governors when the FOMC reports on November the 3rd whether the economy is continuing its uptrend or not, and whether that growth is slowing or not, all of which could have an impact on their tapering decision. That said, from what we've seen so far, and we're not quite there yet, but close to regarding a tapering announcement for this year to be a foregone conclusion. So where do we see gold and silver prices moving next week? Well, save any disasters on the political front. It's next week's economic data from Wednesday, Thursday and Friday that's going to influence prices the most. And therefore, We also have to consider that inflation is a genuine cause for concern and currently is running much higher than central bank targets in the United States, Europe and the UK and other parts of the world too, with gas prices pushing that inflation rate even higher in the short and arguably medium term. The issue is, of course, whether traders in the next week or two consider this and take it into account, or perhaps we'll focus more on this as we approach the FOMC meeting on the 3rd of November. So, we therefore expect to see gold trading broadly within $1,725 and $1,800, allowing a slight sort of increase to the downside of $1,675 and to the upside of $1,825 as outliers. Though again, we broadly expect to see gold meander around that $1,750 level and maybe slightly above that. We can see silver trading between $21.75 and $23.50, with 21 and 24 as outliers. A lot depends now on what traders are going to concentrate on for this coming week. What are your thoughts? Where do you see gold and silver prices lying? Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channel, not forgetting to press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they're published. And once again, do tune in each day, each morning. We produce an update, 10 minutes long. Hopefully you find them beneficial. Finally, we wish you a safe, enjoyable weekend and prosperous week ahead. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.